Hello again, welcome to another Green Dragons Gaming Club. Without us, they'd never feel like winners. Without them, we couldn't look so good. So again, we're based out of Westchester, Pennsylvania, so southeast New Jersey, northeast Maryland, just west of Philadelphia, so Westchester area. If you live in that area, please reach out to me, SirMC 2015 up on the 9th H boards, or respond to this. But one or the other, try to reach out to me. So this was a solo game, but the reason I'm putting this up on YouTube is because this was a Siege trial. I'm trying to develop Siege rules because look, I have these beautiful, beautiful castles from Games Workshop way back in the day. They don't even sell them anymore. And I have the ability using Hearst art molds and stuff like that to make more castles. And that was always one of my thought processes, one of my imagination running wild was having a siege. You're fighting over a castle. I'm trying to put together a campaign for my gaming group, and having a siege for the capital. So this way, you have this epic game before you lose and game over for you. So here I was trying Dwarven holds as defenders versus the Dread Elves. So there should be an army list. Okay, so I've got one blank page. I don't know why. Yeah, because I usually put a picture in. Sorry. So here's my Dwarven list. Again, so as a defenders only get 1,500 points, and you are allowed then an additional 500 points of siege equipment. Now, if you're on the 9th Age website, if you look up playtesting siege, playtesting one word, you can get some of the rules there. Now I need to go back. I need to edit the rules, but just based off of this, and this is actually my old rules that I used to use with GW, and with some slight modifications, and it worked out really well in my opinion. I think the 1,000-point difference, where GW used to have a 2-to-1 ratio, so it'd be 3,000 versus 1,500 with Castle. I think a 1,000-point difference is really the key at 2,500. I haven't tried more than that. I haven't tried less, but 2,500 versus 1,500. Then the additional 1,500 points of siege equipment. So I have 2 vats of oil, reinforced gates, 2 catapults, and 1 unit with rocks. The Dread Elves, I have the Dread Prince with the Exalted Oracle. Well, you can read the list. But more importantly, I have 2 siege towers. I only have 1 built painted, and then I never got a chance to use it. I must own 6 siege towers total. 1 battering ram, 4 ladders, and grappling hooks. I actually own things for all those models. But, I was trying to do this quickly today, so this is how it turns out. So there's the castle. Castle has to be centered from the board. It's 6 inches from the back line, and therefore 25.5 inches from either side. And whatever it's left, it's got a 14-inch diameter for the courtyard from the parapets, and that's it. Enemies have to start 24 inches away. And that's it. Attackers get first turn. So first the attackers deploy on the board whatever they want. Then the defender deploys the castle. Then attacker gets first turn, which case that's where the siege towers come on and the units all come on. So, and they do their normal movement. Now, I was able to turn around and have the 2 units of infantry. So I'm using the crossbowmen as the whatever they are, Yima, the Sisters of Yima, or whatever they're called. And then I've got a unit of the Warriors of Nob, being the Witch Elves, and then 2 Hydras and the Kraken. And those are Corsairs on the left with that half siege tower. On the right, I have my Executioners with my actual built siege tower. And then I've got my the Dread Warriors, normal warriors, with the battering ram and a unit of harpies there, because I want a unit that's flying. So that's everything that I have. So the 1 unit in the far back has grappling hooks. My thought process was, I'm going to have them outnumbered. get them to a wall that's unmanned, get them up on the wall, and then have them do some damage inside. And the Hydras are Hydras. Monsters can turn around and take out a wall because they have a hit, strength 10, that hits automatically. You can even have them take out towers. So I think I need to redo some of these rules. So I definitely want your thoughts. For the defenders inside, on the right-hand side, I have a unit of Forge Wardens. On the left-hand side, I have just Warriors with shields. They have the rocks. The Wardens have the vat of oil. On the very front, manning the gate, I have my handgunners with my engineer. And the two back towers, I have two catapults. Sorry, I'm used to saying trebuchets. Leftmost tower up front, closest to the harpies, I have a flame cannon. And on the right tower, closest to the engineer, which should be on the right, I have a engineer, part of the marksman group for the organ gun. And that's an organ gun in that tower. So that's it. You saw my list previously. So as I said, Dread Elves move first. I rolled 2d6 for the siege towers, and that's how they moved. Battering ram could not march because they're carrying a battering ram, but they can charge. And charging his move is normal. So that's it. Here's another picture of the board. Again, they're the executioners with the one. And in the middle of the unit, middle of the keep, you can't really see it. I actually have a 15 strong graybeards with a runesmith, the king, and the thane, all of which are in there. So dwarves get dwarves first turn after their movement, because magic was really inconsequential. I rolled really high, but I used my scroll to stop the comet, and everything else was stopped with dice. So there is movement. Seeing that flank, because yes, I'm playing myself, but when I saw the one flank and how little everything was, that's why I put everything on that one flank. I'm like, the monsters can beat down the wall, the infantry can easily get through. Probably should have put the other siege tower on the other side with that same thought process. Shooting, they turn around, they opened up, and originally I had hard target given to them, and I'm like, you know what? No matter what, I'm not going to be able to do enough shooting, and we're already down 1,000 points. So that shooting killed too many, but that also was including a, I believe, an organ gun at that point as well. So one thing I forgot, I gave them the cursed icon. Do I keep hard target from a siege tower or not? That is a question I'm posing to you as a group. What are your thoughts? Because now all of a sudden it's an additional -1 to hit. But a siege tower should not be able to get pushed by a unit that has skirmish. So it's only a -1. It might be worth it considering how slow they move, which is why I had that rule to begin with, but I took it away seeing at how little. But by the end of the game, seeing that the siege tower still had not reached it because I was rolling 3s for my movement phase, it just wasn't it. And they can still charge, or no, they can't even charge with the siege tower. It's just they always move 2d6. All right. Over here, they just moved up. Flame cannon killed 3 of the harpies. The other last 2 broke and fled. And I put 2 wounds on the Kraken from a catapult. So now it's Dread Elves' turn too. So again, that moves up. They use a lightning bolt. They killed 3 of the warriors up there. And the lightning bolt, it was the bigger lightning bolt, jumped over, killed 1 of the flame cannon crew. So now, and that was it. You know, I stopped the rest of the magic. Over here, shooting. This is what has me going. They need that -1. Because between the organ gun and that unit of there on the wall, if I did a nastier unit of shooting it, even though it's still a fairly nasty unit, they can't push the siege tower anymore because there's less than 10 models. So you have to have at least 2 full ranks to push a siege tower. So the more I think about it, I think they should gain that hard target. Again, I asked the group. Over here, that was a flame cannon, killed 11 out of the 12 Warriors of Nob, and meanwhile that one warrior actually made the leadership test. So now it is turn 3, Dread Elves. Here's how the board looks. So I charged in with the 3 monsters. I didn't charge in with the warrior Nob because I'm like, I'm not going to give the dwarf easy points. Now the way monsters work is they can attack the unit on the wall and do 1 attack on the wall itself, and the attack on the wall is a crushing attack, so it's going to be strength 10 ordnance, and the wall itself only has 12 wounds. So I'm like, oh, there's a chance I can actually destroy the wall in 1 turn if I roll well. So I was happy with that on how that turned out. Again, I'm rolling dismal for movements for the 2 siege towers. The one with actually the prince and the over there, they turn around and broke from being shot, and then they rally. And that's that. So over here, it's so that's 4 attacks from the Kraken, 7 attacks from the Hydra, 7 attacks from the other Hydra. These guys are moving their way around the wall. So I do 7 wounds to the wall. So I only got 12, but I do 7 wounds. I kill 2 of the dwarves in combat, but they stick because they're leadership 8 at that point. The only thing that counts is banners and wounds. Over here, it's as I said, it's dwarf catapult turns around. The far catapult kills 4 of them and kills 5 of them. Over here, that was shooting from the organ gun and the unit from the wall. So that's actually what I expected. Do I allow that unit to march? My thought was I actually have a log ram. Allow a unit with a log ram to march, a unit that, and I took away the hardcover, and I'm going to give it back to them. A unit with the battering ram should gain the hardcover but not march. So I think that's the big difference there. So yeah, turn counters aren't going to be much of a difference here. So here's how it looks. So I still have those dwarves there. The 3 monsters destroy the wall. So everything on top of the wall is going to turn around and take a dangerous strain test of a 4 and suffers 10 wounds if you fail. So basically, if you're on that wall, the wall comes crashing down, you die. And the way the rules are currently written is anything touching the wall, which meant them, also does the same. So I thought about it, I'm going, I don't like that because they're touching the wall, and they brought the wall down. This should be the wall falling forward, their weight and everything else. I changed that to they still suffer dangerous strain test 4, but only suffer 1 wound per die. Which case it still kills the Kraken, puts 2 wounds on a Hydra, and 2 wounds on the other Hydra. And then after their regen saves, it was like 1 wound each. So that's that. That's just another pick. So now it's, as I said, ignore that die. So the Kraken's up. The Greybeards charge out and battle that Hydra. They lose, I think, 2 of the warriors, and meanwhile they kill that Hydra gloriously and overrun. Over there shooting, took out 4 of them, which made them run away. They carry the battering ram with them, unlike a siege tower, which is left behind. I need to add that to the rules. And they make it up on the wall. So, and then after being shot, there's still 3 of them left. So there's another picture of the close combat. So now it's the Dread Elves' turn. Magic, kill 2 of the guys with the organ guns, which should have been target number 1. I don't know why it wasn't, but that organ gun's just ripping the Dread Elves apart. Catapult is charged by the Dread Elves, and they kill 2, but I'm stubborn on a leadership 9. And over here, because I overran after I killed that Hydra, I was actually able to charge into them. Basically, they're no longer there. That kills the game. So I stopped at that point in the game because it definitely looks like the defender's going to have a victory on their hands. But if I tweak the rules just ever so slightly, the way I've just described in this video, I think it will work really, really well. I want to know what you think. Please let me know what your thoughts are. I want to try to make this work. Again, that's kind of one of the style games I love playing because you're up against the odds, your back's against the wall, and it's like the defender always has to fight that uphill battle, and the attacker's fighting that downhill battle, and then it's like then you start hitting that point that you can't compensate. And to me, in my mind, in my imagination, that's kind of what happened. Is there not enough attackers to turn around and lay siege? As a matter of fact, most sieges where you starve the people out. So a couple of things is that I think we need to do differently as well is to differentiate a win other than victory points is possibly 2 scoring units in the courtyard. What about 2 walls or 2 sections of the castle destroyed? More than 75% of the defenders destroyed. Otherwise, could be considered a victory unless one of the other things are met. What about if more than 50% of the attackers are in the castle? Because this way you're not having like dance around and well, you didn't kill 75% of the defenders, but you didn't. But meanwhile, my entire army is in the castle. What are your thoughts? I am planning on editing these rules, so I hope to have that up within the next few days. Not tomorrow, because it just ain't going to happen. So probably on Thursday. But please let me know what you think. I really want to know. Thank you for listening, and that's it. Bye.